Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. We have new EZAs coming for both the transforming Super Saiyan 2 Goku and Vegeta units respectively. Once again, huge shout out to Minato's Flash, whose link will be down in the description if you want to check him out. He has brought the translations once again. You're an absolute legend. But I'm not going to waste any time. We're getting straight into these. So starting out with Super Saiyan 2 Goku. On his super attack, he'll raise attack and defense by 30% for one turn, cause immense damage to the enemy. Starts the turn with Ki +2, attack and defense +150, has a 50% chance to dodge, gains an additional defense boost up to 120. The more HP remaining, the greater the defense boost, and a chance to evade enemies' attacks +20% when HP is 50% or above. So that means he will have a 70% chance to dodge, which is always useful. He'll then gain an additional attack boost up to 120, the less HP remaining, the greater the attack boost, and a chance to perform a crit +20% when HP is 50% or below. Changes a random type of key spheres to rainbow key spheres when there is a Majin Buu Saga enemy or another ally attacking in the same turn as well. Which, considering you have Majin Vegeta, you have Buuhan, INT Buu, or Fat Buu, Super EZA Kid Buu, LR Super Buu, depending on who you're facing, TEQ Ultimate Gohan, Super EZA INT Ultimate Gohan eventually, EZA Strength Vegito, EZA Buuhan. There are choices. Now, as long as you run another Majin Buu Saga category unit, which you're bound to do with this Goku, Vegeta probably being one of them, but it's very easy to do. You're pretty much going to get this 50% chance to crit guaranteed, considering there's only one rainbow key sphere. But he'll then get an extra 120% attack and defense when attacking with 3 or more key spheres collected. Again, quite easy to do considering he's his own rainbow orb changer. And then you'll transform when conditions are met. Then, when he transforms into Super Saiyan 3 on Super, he will greatly raise attack and defense by 50% for one turn, cause immense damage to the enemy with a 70% chance to stun. Starts the turn with Ki +3, attack and defense +200%, has a 50% chance to dodge still. Will gain an additional defense boost up to 150, the more HP remaining, the greater the defense boost, with a chance to evade enemies' attacks +30% when HP is 50% or above, which takes him to a total of 80, which is very close to guaranteed dodge. Big fan of that. He'll then gain an additional attack boost up to 150, the less HP remaining, the greater the attack boost, and a chance to crit +30% when HP is 50% or below. He then will change a random type of key spheres to rainbow key spheres when there is a Majin Buu Saga enemy or another ally attacking in the same turn. Chance to crit +70% with a rainbow orbs obtained, which is kind of mad because again, that's almost guaranteed crit just by getting a singular rainbow key sphere off a rainbow orb changer. He'll then gain attack and defense +133% when attacking with 3 or more key spheres obtained, and he'll launch an additional super and a guaranteed crit when collecting 6 or more key spheres obtained. I mean, overall, Goku looks very solid. Obviously, you mainly want to keep his HP above 50% or more, so you have all of that dodge chance, while also putting out some solid looking damage. Once you drop below that, yes, the amount of damage he's going to do, especially with all of that crit chance, is nice. However, I think just relying on sheer stats isn't going to be enough with this Goku. So as long as you can maintain his HP, you're looking at a unit that can hit hard, super attack a few times if you do get the key spheres, do good damage with the crits, while also having a lot of dodge chance. So if you do have dupes in him, probably best if you do give him some additionals and some dodge, especially with him being an int unit. He will have 5 to begin with, which is handy. But overall, Goku looks solid, but I wouldn't say anything special. Now moving on to my boy GETES, the one I'm most excited for, just because it is a transforming Majin Vegeta unit, and I love Majin Vegeta. Not to mention, it is GETES. I want every unit of GETES to be very good. Starting off in Super Saiyan 2 on Super Attack, will raise attack and defense by 30% for one turn, cause immense damage to the enemy. Starts with Ki +2, attack and defense +150, damage reduction of 30%. Does gain an additional attack boost up to 120, the more HP remaining, the greater the attack boost. Has a 70% chance to launch an additional super when HP is 50% or above. Gains an additional defense boost up to 120, the less HP remaining, the greater the defense boost, and guards all attacks when HP is 50% or below. So with GETES, you kind of actually want him to be hurt, even though a lot of these events are hitting seriously hard. it's kind of a risk having that low of health. Because then you have 30% damage reduction and guard, along with more more defense by having less HP. So you kind of want him, or you kind of want your HP to be on the lower side. He'll then randomly change key spheres to rainbow key spheres when there's a Majin Buu Saga enemy or another ally attacking in the same turn, which, just like Goku, fairly easy to do. He'll reduce damage received by an additional 20% of a rainbow key sphere obtained. Attack and defense plus 120 when attacking with 3 or more key spheres obtained. And will receive a boost from Babdi's sorcery when conditions are met, which are of course when he goes into Majin Vegeta. But even in base, it's a little bit risky. But as long as you're below 50% HP and you can kind of maintain it just shy of that, you're looking at 50% damage reduction along with guard. Put him in slot 2, that's a super attack with some extra defense, and by picking up the key spheres, which if you run them both on the same team, that's 2 rainbow orb changes, by the way. So if they're on the same rotation, or you have like Goku in slot 3, every time they're together, that's double rainbow orb changes with those 2 alone. And they fulfill the condition of having a Majin Buu Saga category ally in the same turn, amongst other Majin Buu Saga units. But as long as you can maintain GETES' HP in Super Saiyan 2, he's looking very, very good, very solid. But moving on to Majin Vegeta, which I'm most excited for. On super attack, will greatly raise attack and defense by 50% for 1 turn, cause immense damage to the enemy with a 70% chance to stun. Starts the turn with key plus 3, attack and defense plus 200%. Reduces damage received by 33%. Plus an additional attack boost up to 150. The more HP remaining, the greater the attack boost. Will launch an additional super attack guaranteed when HP is 50% or above. That's really nice, considering that's another whole 50% before you factor in the potential system. He'll then gain an additional defense boost up to 150. The less HP remaining, the greater the defense boost. Guard all attacks when HP is 50% or below. Changes a random type of key sphere to rainbow key spheres when there is a Majin Buu Saga enemy or another ally attacking in the same turn. Reduces damage received by an additional 33% with a singular rainbow key sphere obtained. Attack and defense plus 130 when attacking, and attacks are effective against all types with 3 or more key spheres obtained. And attack and defense plus 66% when attacking, and guards all attacks with 6 or more key spheres obtained. I love this a lot. I love this a lot. I love how there are 2 conditions. Are there 2? Yeah, 2 conditions in his passive to give him guaranteed guard. Either you keep the 50% HP or below, which you're looking at a total of 66% damage reduction and guard, along with 50% attack and defense, guaranteed twice. And that is as long as you get 6 or more key spheres, which is his own rainbow orb changer, which helps. But then also, as I said, if you have Goku pop up in the rotation as well, or maybe even have Majin Vegeta in slot 1, then slide Goku with him, you're pretty much guaranteed to probably get 6 or more key spheres every time, because you have 2 rainbow orb changers on rotation either every other turn or at all times. Which, as I said, 66% damage reduction, guard, as long as you get 6 or more key spheres, or your HP is 50% or less. They're guaranteed additional, as long as you get the 6 key spheres and your HP is above 50%, which is a little bit more manageable, and you'd feel a bit safer doing it that way, rather than losing HP. But they're guaranteed additional with at least 2 50% attack and defense raises before you consider potential system, where you can get another additional and get another 50, taking you up to a total of 150% attack and defense on top of the total of damage reduction he has, and guard. I'm a big fan of Majin Vegeta's kit. I know they're both very similar, but just Vegeta has a bit more of the consistency and stability rather than relying on dodge from Goku, where unfortunately you do need him to get hurt to get all of that dodge chance. At least Vegeta kind of has an and/or condition by getting hurt to get the guard, or getting 6 or more key spheres obtained. He looks tanky as hell, and I'm completely here for it. They both look very good, but to me, and I'm very happy to say this, GETES is definitely the better out of the 2. But overall, they both look very good. Do let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care, have a great day, and peace.